Hello there everybody, welcome back to another Trains to Mod 5 video. You join us on the Brighton Mainline with the Class 700 timetable mod. Cool. Right, let's pop in, take the DRA off, get the doors shut, and next station stop should be Gatwick Airport. Yeah, Gatwick Airport's the next stop, so let's get going. There we go. On the move, out of East Croydon. Yeah, this is using the... I'll link all of the mods below, but this is using the timetable mod. So I'm a little bit late. Well, actually, we have shown it off before, but that was on the LPC. And we've also got a scenery mod installed as well, which makes the route look a lot nicer. Off we go. Hopefully the audio visuals are all looking good. I'm still sort of setting up the new PC. Put that down a bit. There we go. Little brake test, and let's go. We are off. Got to check the audio from inside. Let's turn that up a little bit. Seems a little bit quiet on the inside. There you go. In fact, I'm going to turn it right up because that is quite quiet. There you go, I'll turn that right up. Hopefully that will be okay. As we speed up to, well, 60 to begin with and then up to 90 in a second. Going through South Croydon. I'm still pondering whether PC TSW actually looks better than the PS5 Pro TSW. As this is on HD. I haven't got a 4K monitor or whatnot, so this is HD, so 1920 by 1080. Whereas on the PS5 you can actually set it to 4K mode without having a 4K monitor, and it looks a bit better. Whereas on PC you can't. I don't think you can do that actually. Let's have a little look. Advanced settings. Can you change it on here? No, I don't think you can. Yeah, that's just screen resolution like that. Maybe at some point we'd go to 4K, but that requires Wi-Fi upgrades and stuff like that. Wi-Fi upgrades, monitor upgrades to be able to process it all. So hopefully it looks good enough. Obviously this is one of the older routes in the game, so it won't look amazing anyway, but hopefully it looks decent enough. Let's get a flyby shot. Zoom ahead. This train may also look a bit weird on this route because it's one of the newer trains in TSW. So the lighting might be a bit funny. It sounds like we're on AC mode. Well, we shouldn't be. I assume it would have spawned us in, yeah, 750 volts it's saying. On the little screen down here, 750. Cool. As we go through Purley. Yeah, the 700 timetable mod just adds in all of the missing 700 services operated by Thameslink, which sadly aren't in the original timetable for this route. Probably unlikely, well, they probably will never be in the original vanilla version of the route. Unless they do some sort of remaster, then maybe. Right, I can't see that happening anytime soon. You got Stoke's Nest Junction. If you're doing a 9 Juliet service, you'd come across there onto the slow lines. So yeah, we've got the 700 timetable mod. We've got a scenery upgrade mod as well. I think there's another one on there as well, just to make the route look a bit better. And I'm hoping at some point I'll also be able to try out the new West Coast Mainline South timetable mod, which is like the 2019 timetable. At some point we'll do that as well. I'm sort of building up, catching up with the older routes, East Coastway BML. And yeah, so I want to try the West Coast Mainline timetable mod. I don't know if it'll make it much busier, but it'll be cool to see. But don't worry, there will still be more videos on console TSW. There'll be a bit of a flurry of PC ones because, well, we've got the Colnarcon timetable, which is PC only at the moment. So there'll be a bit of a flurry of PC stuff. But then once we've showed off all the mods and stuff, well, I'll be back to console. Which is what I prefer playing on. Then we come up to the Quarry Tunnel. Coming up shortly. Look at the amount of trains, so just non-stop. And then probably behind this we'll have another Thameslink. Well, in fact, in front of us we'll have a 9 Tango, so we might even catch up to that. If it's based on the... well, no, it'll be a slightly backdated timetable. I don't think much has changed though for Thameslink. But I assume we would be... we might be... no, actually no, I don't think we... no, it might be a bit different. Because the timetable from Three Bridges is like 10 past the hour is the slow one to Brighton, and then 20 past the hour is the sort of fast, the one down from Cambridge to Brighton. But I can't imagine we're going to get to Three Bridges. Oh, can we get there for 9.50? Maybe. Well, we'll see actually. Yeah, we could be the 9.50 off of Three Bridges, and then we'll be following the Tango down to Brighton, which will probably catch up to by about Hassocks. If only we had this on console TSW, that'd be nice. Running at a nice 60 FPS. It does drop every now and again, but that's probably just to sort of be expected. That sort of tends to happen on TSW. See, I'm like looking at things like what's better on console, what's better on PC. I'm trying to find those little differences. Although of course with the timetable mod, you don't get this on console. Oh, that's not the bloody button, it's there. I'm so used to pressing E for the like on the keyboard for DSD, which it is on Train Sim Classic. Literally every time DSD goes, if you go straight to E, so it's quite sort of funny coming back to here, playing on the PC, and you hear that going off when I press E, which is to get up out of the seat. Bang on for the 80. I think the FLU does accelerate slower because it's, well, the basis of it is the /0, which is in the game. So I don't think all of the motors are sort of active, so it does accelerate a bit slower than, well, I suppose what it should. There's another service. It's quite funky, doesn't it? It's just cam past. We're up to 90 already, so we'll coast that. Actually, a little bit of breakage. It's downhill here, will be downhill. So we should be, yeah, 3 bridges, or Gatwick 3 bridges, Haywards Heath, Burgess Hill and Brighton, if it is set on sort of the modern timetable. So we're just past rush hour now, was it 9:41? So we should ideally not have additional stops anywhere. There's some of the Cambridge to Brighton and vice versa, they'll stop at like Hassocks and Preston Park when it's, you know, peak time. I don't think we should. Probably should check. So not too far off of Gatwick. We should be into platform 7 at Gatwick. If we're not, then that's a bit different. Although saying that Gatwick Airport station is quite different in real life now. But Thameslink usually is always platform 7. But again, it does depend when this timetable was set. So it might be a little bit different. Some workers down there. Should have really tooted my horn, but they were all over the other side. Loaded at sort of last minute. Double yellow. So it looks like we might actually be waiting just before Gatwick. It really does bring to life the sort of southern half of this route. Sort of with the default timetable, it's still busy, but it's not as busy as it should be. So it really does bring to life, yeah, sort of the half south of 3 bridges, well, Gatwick / 3 bridges. Double yellow. And obviously, of course, bring us to life the slow lines, which don't really get anything apart from the Great Western services. Nice and steady through Hawley. There's Gatwick Express. Actually, I've got a sound mod installed for the Electrostar. This might sound a bit different. Platform 5. Okay, it is a bit different though. Thameslink usually is always platform 7. That's alright, means we're straight in though. And we'll be right down to the end of the platform, and I believe we should see the correct stop markers as well. I believe that is part of the scenery EP, is adding Thameslink stop markers. Nice that we get chasing yellows though. It makes it feel active. Here we are, this is Gatwick Airport. Do the doors. Just about fit in there. What time are we due out of here? We're on time, which is good. And yeah, it should be 3 bridges next. Yeah, 3 bridges. Haywards Heath. Burgess Hill. Oh, we're still about okay, we are a bit slower. So we're still one of the slower ones. Oh, that's okay.
Please note that services are subject to delay because of the failure of line-side equipment near Norwood Junction. Every effort is being made to restore service to normal.
There's the A320, there is it? Yeah, over to Three Bridges, which ain't too far. That's probably where you'd get like a driver change. Three Bridges is sort of one of the main Thameslink depots. You've got either a 9 Juliet service there or a 9 Romeo service. And that said Peterborough on it, so that's the 9 Juliet, which would have come up from Horsham. That would have been the 925 off of Horsham. Press Q, not E. As we head along. I'll have to try and get a photo at some point. Maybe we'll try and do that on like the Ouse Valley Viaduct. Get a nice shot. Then you've got Crawley New Yard. So let's pop that back and we'll start braking for Three Bridges, which comes not too far after. And the brakes don't seem brilliant on this. They could be better. Quite a bit better. And if you have made it this far in the video, thanks all for staying in. Again, hopefully we'll do a few videos over time on sort of the modded timetables. And of course I do want to check out more as well. Here we are, Three Bridges. And you come in fairly quick. It is right down to the end of the platform here. And you've got all the stop markers as well, which on the original version there was loads of stop markers just missing. It's nice to see that. This is Three Bridges. Due out of here, well, in about 45 seconds. I think there was something coming out of the depot, or something going into the depot down there. Into Three Bridges Thameslink train care depot. So after this, we call at Haywards Heath, Burgess Hill, not calling it Wivelsfield, Hassocks, Preston Park, and Brighton for 10:19. So we got about half hour to Brighton. Yeah, maybe at some point we'll have to upgrade to 4K though. It just doesn't look as sharp as on the PS5 Pro, where I've got it set to the 4K mode. Even though I don't have a 4K screen, it does actually make a difference. Right, oh no, we got a bit more time here. As we wait. Oh, my PC is feeling warm. I got like a bit of like warm edge like flying up through it. Blimey. Right, let's get the doors shut. And onwards to Haywards Heath. we're not calling it Balkham. Just one of the diddly little stops. Let's go. Let's watch it leaving. And we're off. There it goes. There comes an electro star, probably about to whiz through. On a 1 Foxtrot, 1 Hotel, maybe even 1 Alpha. He's got a bit of action there in the depot. Let's have a look on the map actually. What was that one which just went past there? What was it? I think that's a one hotel. Littlehampton and Auto Victoria, one of the joiner uppers. They don't exist anymore. Press Q, not E. I was literally about to go for E, then it was like, no, Q. It's a bit like there's some annoying differences between TSW and Train Sim Classic. It's like B and spacebar on Train Sim Classic is for the 2 tones of the horn, whereas on Train Sim World it's N and spacebar, literally right next to each other. It's just N and space. Then on TSW B is the bell, but then on Train Sim Classic C is the bell. There's little differences which are quite irritating. Not sure if you can do custom keybinds on here. Not really looked. This is Balkham Tunnel Junction. So sort of the vegetation loading, I don't like that. 30 miles an hour. And we go into Balkham Tunnel. Cool. We're in. So we're getting there. Yeah, we're getting there. See, I'm on this line quite a lot of the time in real life, and I always almost purposely like go slower. Well, not go slow, but I always try and purposely get the 9 Sierra service, as the 9 Tango is all stops between Gatwick Airport and Brighton, and that just, it feels so slow. It's a bit tedious, so I almost sort of purposely wait for the 9 Sierra, which is the Cambridge to Brighton, which is the much faster service. It gets in about, what, 3-4 minutes, about 3 minutes after the Bedford to Brighton one gets in, and it's just a lot quicker. Mentally feels quicker, even though it gets in there a few minutes later than if I'd caught the slow one. Then there's also plans to have Grand Central running down here. It's quite a new plan actually. Got proposed a couple of weeks ago. Grand Central want to run a Brighton to Newcastle service, which is just really weird because it runs via Guildford, then it goes all just basically Guildford, Reading, it goes sort of up, then across, then proper sort of weird service pattern. Yeah, apparently it's in the plans though, so that would be quite cool to see. Probably an IET running up the Brighton Mainline. Yeah, very weird service though. Brighton to Newcastle via Reading and all these other little places. It'd be much better if it went via Clapham Junction. Much quicker. Yeah, I think it was like 7 hours to get from Brighton to Newcastle, which you could do in about 4 hours if you just went via St Pancras International. Oh, let's try and get a photo on here actually. Let's do that now. Photo mode, edit and take photos. What side shall we get it? Let's get a bit of zoom there. Bit of rotation maybe. Hide overlay. Take photo. I'll get one on this side as well, I suppose. There we go. Green. So not too far off Haywards Heath now. We'll be coming up fairly soon. Start popping that down. Right, slowing down for Haywards here. I was just thinking about HD and 4K again. I'm thinking I got a monitor with my original PC back in 2021, and I wonder if that is a 4K monitor, which I've sort of used for the console, which would make sense because it does look better on there. So I'm thinking maybe I should swap them round. Right, this is Haywards Heath we're coming up to. I suppose you can't use a HDMI cable for 4K, can you? It's got to be one of those special ones. Comment below. How do I hook up a 4K monitor to my PC? I suppose it can't be HDMI, can it? Must be one of those weird DVI. Was it DVI cables or VGA cables, which are blooming irritating to plug in. And this is Haywards Heath. I'm like the most useless person when it comes to technical stuff. Like I know the basics, but yeah, when it comes to all these PC specs and stuff, it's like, oh, I don't know. 64 gigabytes of RAM, is that good? Is that bad? I don't know. So I think this PC's got like an i7, which literally means nothing to me. I just know I had originally an i5, so i7 is probably better. It's coming into the loop there. See, Haywards Heath is one of those like anomalies where platform 1 and 2 are the ones going south, because most of the stations you'll find platform 1 and 2, if they're islands, are the ones going towards London. Or this platform 1 is usually the London bound platform, and if it's an island, platform 1 and 2. Whereas here, what platform 1 and 2 are the south platforms. Right, let's go. So it's Burgess Hill up next. Oh, that's why it's coming to the loop there, because that one's going through. Pretty cool. That's the cool thing about doing the Thameslink ones, you sort of get brought aside for the Gatwick Express. Nice bit of clutter you've got on the floor there. Then into Haywards Heath Tunnel. Lovely. We're getting there. Was it about 13 miles off Brighton now from Haywards Heath? So not too far. Hopefully everyone's enjoyed it though. It's been good fun. Again, it's quite nice sort of being able to sort of do these mods now, as there's been so many out recently. Which sort of when we originally did TSW on PC, which was a rush hour. I think our Brighton Mainline first look was on PC. There wasn't as many mods there for TSW, whereas now you've got the editor on PC. There's loads coming out, good ones as well. It's sort of a good time to take a look at it. Double yellow. We might be waiting for the one. Oh no, we might be waiting for one of the trains coming up from Lewis, so one Foxtrot maybe. If we're getting stopped here, that would probably be what we're waiting for. Yeah, it probably is that actually. I'd imagine that's what we'll be waiting for. It'll be a service coming up from Lewis. Well, up from the East Coast way. Which usually that would actually have to wait for us. There's usually the one Foxtrot service always sits outside Kemah Junction for ages in real life, waiting for a space to get on. I think it's just coming in now, I think. Yeah, there's the one Foxtrot. And I think I want to see the signal. I'm pretty certain we got a green now. But I want to see it properly first. Yeah, green signal. Cool. Yes, we're waiting for the that one coming up. Would be cool if then one of these scenery mods added in the bridge here. Still haven't got the bridge, which is completely missing. And then we've probably got a yellow here because we might now be following the 9 Tango, potentially. Although as we're stopping it, it should get a bit further away from us. Well, coming up on Burgess Hill. That'll be the rear portion of the service we saw at Wivelsfield. Got right down to the end here. Yeah, this is Burgess Hill. So yeah, hopefully the next mod we show after this will be the West Coast Mainline one. Yeah, I've just got to install all of the different routes for it, so there's quite a few requirements for that one. Well, of course, getting all the layers on, so we'll do that at some point. Burgess Hill. This is Burgess Hill. Oh, we're actually late now. Or are we? No, there is no time for this one. Oh, 10:05 we're due out. Oh, I see what it's done. It's, wait, is it? Hang on, got to get the doors shut. I think it's still thinking we're at Haywards Heath. So we'll just do that, and then... Ooh, that's not going to be good. Go via Wivelswood. We can't go via Wivelswood anymore. Open the doors up again. Hopefully it will reset itself, and we should hopefully be able to get into Brighton anyway. Obviously, yeah, we can't go via Wivelsfield anymore. We've already gone past it. This is the annoying thing. It should hopefully reset itself. I mean, that's what TSW5 is meant to do. If you go past something, well, I suppose it's more station, not go via. Yeah, hopefully it will reset itself. Otherwise, that might not be any good. But we seem to still have the signals, so let's leave Burgess Hill behind. Hang on, yeah, once we've done the doors, that is. There you go. Right, I think it was, yeah, Hassocks up next. Yeah, Hassocks. There's the inside. It looks clean as well. Still would be nice if the ad boards were had stuff in them on here. Yeah, we're definitely not going to be able to go via Wivelsfield. That's the only concern. I mean, hopefully it will still let us into Brighton. I thought TSW was meant to sort of skip objectives if you had gone past them. But maybe that only applies to stations you are meant to stop at. So you go via is a bit different. As long as it still lets us into Brighton, that's... Well, actually, no, what we can do, worst case scenario, is just delete our preset route and just change it to what we want. Because that's possible on TSW5. So no biggie. There's the South Downs looking good. Too far into Hassocks now. Not too far to Hassocks. Cool. Here we are. This is Hassocks. Right down to the end here. So yeah, we won't get the objective here either, but hey ho. Yeah, 10:09 out of here. So we've got about 30 seconds and then we'll get the doors shut.
Attention please.
Oh.
This is a public announcement.
Oh.
Criminals are known to operate in this area. For your own safety, please ensure that all your valuables are kept secure.
And now we know. I think Hassocks is actually quite a nice area. Should be playing up near Three Bridges. That'd be the perfect announcement. Right, let's get the doors shut. And yeah, Preston Park next. And we're off. Hassocks we go. Cool. comes a 377. Then we go into Clayton Tunnel, then we're sort of on the Brighton side then. Then we are almost there. Yeah, been a good journey though. Thanks everybody for coming in. If you're still here, much appreciated. Thanks for staying aboard. And here's Clayton Tunnel. This lovely sort of tunnel portal. There we go. I don't know if something's been changed with Clayton Tunnel on one of the mods, but it looks a lot more lighter. Whereas in sort of the original, it looks all grubby. But maybe that's just some sort of PC console difference. Yeah, it looks a lot cleaner. Out of there. Sort of satisfying, that feeling. Sort of if you have stopped at Hassocks, you sort of leave Hassocks, you go in the tunnel at about sort of 50 miles an hour, and then you shoot out the other side at 90. So it's just like that lovely. Or like stations where you literally go into a tunnel as soon as you've left the platform, then you come out and you're going at top speed. It's satisfying. In readiness for the 75. So it's especially weird doing this service today, because today actually I'm on late today, so I'll be going into work in about an hour's time. But I will actually have to be on the road. We'll basically be following the railway. It's quite weird sort of seeing it in game and in an hour actually be here in real life. Then we can go into Patcham Tunnel. Looks to be slightly different. Lovely. So I'm almost there. The penultimate stop coming up. See that red light before the green up there, and it's like, but we're all good. It's green for us. And whatever we were following has got obviously a bit further ahead. And this is Preston Park. Coming in fairly quick again, as you can. Here we are. You got an all board here as well. And here we are. Cool. So I keep wanting to press T as well, because T is for sort of starting the loading instruction on Train Sim Classic. Yeah, it still says go via Wimblesfield, it's going to be stuck to that, but we should be cleared into Brighton anyway. What time will we due out of here? 10:16. So we've got about a minute here. Cambridge, 10:40. So I don't know how old Cambridge. It must be just there because it's a different timetable. Have you even got the ones to Bedford?
The train now approaching platform 2
Oh, hang
does
on.
not stop here. Please stand well clear of the edge of platform 2.
This is staying clear of platform 2.
The train now approaching on platform 2 does not stop here. Please stand well
Is there a
clear
train
of the
coming?
edge of platform 2.
No. Must just be random. Yeah, so it's a bit different. Maybe this is when the Cambridge services went slow. Oh no, because no, it's still not. No, it's still fast. Where's the Bedford ones on there? Slightly different, yeah, slightly different timetable then, as opposed to how it is now. Yeah, let's go. Oh, we're off. So we'll go up to about 40, which the speed will come down to. As we're not that far off of Brighton. And it comes down to 25, although coming into the platform we want to be going about 15. Now Thameslink usually go into platform 5 or 6. Would surprise us and put us somewhere else. Actually, 5 and 6 are like, almost like the designated Thameslink platforms. And the Gatwick Express is either platform 7 or 4. And sometimes 6. Well, we're cleared into Brighton, so that's good. There's the 40. Then you've got the 25. Put that down. Platform 5, yeah, it's surprising us. Oh no, platform 5 is, yeah, platform 5 and 6 is the norm. Yeah, pretty nice to see the BML at its finest. All those trains in there. You straight in as well. Cool. There goes the Gatwick Express. Some cool announcements playing though. I suppose that one about platform 2 at Preston Park fast train approaching, the Gatwick Express. A bit early, but I suppose you could say it was that one. Cool, right, here we are. Brighton by the sea. Or Brighton. Yeah, that will do. I'll have to go a little bit closer, but that's fine. That will do. Cool, well, that is going to be everybody for today's Train Sim 5 video. Hopefully everyone has enjoyed it. Links can be found all the usual places: Discord, PayPal, merch store. That was, yeah, a bit of Thameslink on the Brighton Mainline with the Brighton Mainline mod. Apart from that, thanks all for coming in. Links to usual places: Discord, PayPal, merch store, as well as our affiliate link for the lovely UK departure boards. There is also a coupon for 5% off on all UK departure board products. See you all and take care. Bye guys.